The King and Queen of Thailand preside over a ceremony in Bangkok. King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians host a reception in Brussels. King Felipe VI of Spain attends a conference in Madrid. And the Royal Court of Norway makes a surprise announcement regarding Her Majesty, Queen Sonja of Norway. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. If you're new to my channel, my name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Well, it seems that the royal family of Norway just can't seem to catch a break. In Oslo, the Royal Court of Norway announced that Her Majesty, Queen Sonja of Norway, is scheduled to have a pacemaker inserted due to an atrial fibrillation. The procedure will take place at the National Hospital on Thursday, January 16th. The Queen will be admitted to the hospital on Wednesday evening. She is expected to remain in the hospital for 1 to 2 days following the procedure. On Saturday evening, the Royal Court announced that the Queen was admitted to the Lillehammer Hospital for observation due to an abnormal heart rhythm during a skiing trip on Saturday afternoon. At the time, the court said that the situation is not, quote, considered serious, and the Queen is in good shape, end quote. On Sunday morning, the Queen was discharged from the hospital with a normal heart rhythm. Meanwhile, in Copenhagen, the Royal Court of Denmark released 4 new photos of His Majesty, King Frederik X of Denmark, on the occasion of his first year on the throne. The images were taken on January 14th, 2024 at Amalienborg by photographer Mr. Dennis Steenold, prior to the King's departure to Christiansborg Slot. Along with the new photos, the King released a brief statement, stating, quote, seriousness, concentration, a smile on my face. It was all at stake when this time a year ago, I was getting ready for the proclamation. Taking over my mother without having to say goodbye at the same time was and is a privilege of the greats. The day 14 January 2024 was an emotional and unforgettable day from start to finish. Signed, His Majesty, the King. End quote. On Monday morning, Her Royal Highness, Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden, continued her special officer training at the Swedish National Defense University in Stockholm. According to the Royal Court of Sweden, the Special Officer Training Program is designed for individuals who already hold an academic degree. The Royal Court goes on to note that the program consists of both theoretical and practical components. During the training, the Crown Princess holds the rank of cadet. Last evening in Stockholm, His Royal Highness Prince Daniel of Sweden attended the 60th Annual Golden Beetle Award ceremony held at the circus. Established in 1964 by the Swedish Film Institute, the awards honor outstanding achievements in Swedish films over the past year. The Golden Beetle Awards are presented in 19 categories, including Best Picture, Best Actress in a Leading Role, and Best Director, to name a few. It's like the Oscars in Sweden. In Madrid, His Majesty, King Felipe VI of Spain, presided over the closing of the 9th edition of the Conferencia de Embajadores de España, held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, European Union, and Cooperation. Held under the theme, A Foreign Policy with Its Own Identity, the conference gathered 130 ambassadors accredited to the Kingdom of Spain to reflect on the challenges of the international political situation in the new year, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs goes on to note that the conference was also an, quote, opportunity to draw up strategies for a year that looks complex, given the return to the White House of Donald Trump and his frictions with the European Union, end quote. Just on a side note, please don't shoot the messenger. Thank you. Or I should say, gracias. This morning, in Les Salines, His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, attended the Centre Hospitalier Princess Grace's annual New Year review and reception. During today's event, the director of the CHPG, Ms. Benoîte Rousseau, spoke about the, quote, outlook for the CHPG, end quote, for the upcoming year. Meanwhile, His Majesty, King Abdullah II of Jordan, visited the warehouses of the Jordan Hashemite Charity Organization this afternoon. During the visit, the king inspected preparations for the largest aid convoy to Gaza to date, which will be the 140th convoy to the Strip since the start of the conflict. This convoy consists of 120 aid trucks. According to the Royal Hashemite Court, the king, quote, expressed pride in the Jordan Hashemite Charity Organization's humanitarian and relief efforts, emphasizing the importance of leveraging its expertise so that Jordan can become a regional hub for humanitarian response. End quote. After the visit, the king bestowed the Silver Jubilee Medal to the Jordan Hashemite Charity Organization in recognition of its efforts in providing aid to many countries during disasters and wars. His Royal Highness Prince Rashid bin Al Hassan of Jordan, as chairman of the Board of Trustees of the JHCO, received the medal. Congratulations. In London, Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales, visited the Royal Marsden Hospital this afternoon. It was also announced that their Royal Highnesses, the Prince and Princess of Wales, have agreed to become joint patrons of the Royal Marsden. Wonderful news. And it's great to see her, I have to say. She looks fantastic. Just outside the city center of Brussels, Their Majesties, King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, hosted a reception this afternoon at Chateau de Laeken. Guests attending today's reception included NATO military officials and civilian representatives, members of the International Secretariat, and general officers of the Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe, also known as SHAPE. This morning, Her Majesty, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, visited the community art project Thuis in Den Haag. Thuis in Den Haag is inspired by the art project Heimat, created by Swiss artist Miss Katrine Stadler, who, quote, travels the world to explore what makes people from different cultures and life situations feel at home, safe and accepted, end quote. With the art project Thuis in Den Haag, participants engage in conversations about their sense of home in public spaces, such as community centers and libraries. They can express their feelings by embroidering a symbol or a few words with a red thread onto a piece of cloth. In the afternoon, Their Majesties, King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, hosted a New Year's reception at the Royal Palace in Amsterdam. Guests attending included members of the diplomatic corps and international organizations. And finally, in Bangkok, Their Majesties, King Rama X and Queen Sathada of Thailand, presided over a royal merit-making ceremony in honor of the ancestors of the royal family at the Grand Palace. According to the Royal Court of Thailand, this afternoon's ceremony was also held on the, quote, occasion of His Majesty the King's 26,469th days of age, the same as King Buddha Yadva Chulalok the Great's, the first monarch of the Shakri dynasty, BE 2568. End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, January 15th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, your friends, and of course your pets, a wonderful evening. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you'd like, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care and God bless.